It's a Friday night at 8 p.m. and the only place you could possibly be is right here on SABC News Channel 404. It's time for Trendz Live, family. My name is Kansani Khoza and you already know by now that you can call me Candy. Please just come do this so we can keep you warm this evening, from all things travel and lifestyle to arts and culture. Now tonight, however, we do start the show on somewhat of a somber note. We're joined by one of the pioneers who championed the wave of Basotho rappers wearing their heritage with pride. Obashia Chabi, known as Kommanda Obbs, is a Lesotho-born MC whose tsepi sound, authenticity and lyricism are easily identifiable. Chabi's music is celebrated across the continent. He joins us as we reflect on the tragic loss of Bokang Malome Vector Moleli and the indelible mark he left on hip-hop Basotho. Sadly, Malome Vector died in a car crash this week in the Free State, along with two other artists. Welcome to the show.
Good evening,
how are you?
Sophie. I'm great. I'm blessed, even though the times are not as pleasant, but hey,
yeah,
we are good, man. How are you?
tough times for you to be here, but we're so honored that you're in studio
with us.
We
have to soldier on. We have to carry the baton. We have to make sure the legacy continues.
It definitely does continue. I mean, let's speak about Malome Vector. For those who did not know him, how would you describe him?
I would describe him as a very hard-working artist. That's one thing I really learned from him. Malome Vector was always working, like just really building. And I'm sure a lot of us can really attest to the fact that he has put on so many upcoming artists. I mean, we are a bit of Makhulotman as far as Malome Vector is concerned, but he was one of those guys who would put on the up-and-coming artists who came behind him. The industry knows that enough of our followers will witness this with some of the greats like your Wave Rider, who were really given a great platform by this young man. So I know that he was also on the verge of really building his empire. The whole time entertainment, he was already pushing other artists. And unfortunately, he passed on with one of the artists that he had signed. He was going to be releasing his EP quite soon, so man. So what a time, man. What a time. But he has left us with enough to actually celebrate his memory, his legacy, his music.
I mean, he's credited you as one of his biggest inspirations. How does that make you feel?
It's very humbling. It's really very humbling. When we started this whole fusing traditional music with hip-hop, it was a bit of a challenge, but guys like Vector Moleli really took it to the next level. They really complemented the sound so well that we had to recognize them and salute them. So I'm really honored that the young man saw the ways we had paved for them. So yeah.
I know, man. I mean, one of the things that he did so well, and I think with the genre of music that you guys do, is really tapping into your personal experiences to bring things to life. How important is it to hone into that for making music?
Well, yeah, I mean, we are, as musicians, should always remember that we are social commentators.
I love that. I've never heard it called like before. Okay, social commentators.
We're telling stories for those who can't really tell the stories themselves. We are the voice of the people. I'm sure we hear that quite often. So he was really a living proof of that. You know, the stories that we are products of our environment. Whatever happens in our respective environments, as musicians, it's our responsibility to tell it to the world in a way that whether it's inspiring, whether we are celebrating, whether we are mourning. And it's unfortunate that today we happen to be mourning one of our soldiers, man.
What a soldier. I mean, we had him in studio and I had like goosebumps as he was performing.
The energy was real.
Yeah, he was so real, man. Mara, how nakhana, you know, something that you've always said before is that you love passing down the baton, and you've done it for people like Bontatestana, Malome Vector, and I'm sure other kids watching you out there. What do you hope, you know, the legacy of your genre of music is in this continent, this country, this, you know, this world?
Beyond anything, it's really about preserving our heritage. And it's not limited to Soweto. But it's just us speaking from where we are standing, our standpoint. So I'm speaking from a Sesotho's perspective. You could be in a Shona background. The point is to embrace who you really are And we are living in times where our cultures are easily sold to the world.
Yes.
You know? So I think we are doing quite well, actually, with the way that Malome Vector has been celebrated. It shows that, wow, man, the genre has grown. Basotho, the Basotho fraternity.
And even people that are not in the Basotho fraternity love the music.
So it's growth. It's beautiful that we have come this far. And hey, man, people never see what they have until they lose it. So I saw how it really hit us with the passing of Vector. Okay, wow. Well, it's different. It slaps really different.
It does. When you think about your own life and your journey thus far, when you want people to think about you one day, how do you hope that they remember you?
That's a very deep one. Yeah. Well, I never really have answers for such questions, but people always are the ones who to say how they want to remember me. I'm just really, like I said, a social commentator. I'm here to tell stories.
A vessel.
A vessel of God and of communication, of, you know, really giving hope to Africa. But I want to instill confidence, if anything, to our people. I want to leave the young ones with enough confidence to know that regardless where I come from, I can go all over the world and tell my story.
And be who you want to be. And I think obviously having people like you, Libo Malome Vector, you know, it does give the child out there hope to say, no, man, if they were able to come out of Lesotho, you know, a place for me in this world.
True.
And I love the fact that, you know, as much as we have lost him, he's left us with so much music that we can always just, like, you know, learn from. But when you think about his life and you're speaking to the people at home right now, how do you hope that they remember his life?
Competence, being very competent in this industry. The Malome Vector pushed the envelope to another level, coming from Mahama and really pushing beyond the SADC borders was something. So believing in yourself, you've seen it with us, you've seen it with those who really believed in the movement and believed in who really are as Basotho, as a people. So if there's one thing I've actually wanted to say, I always take something from anyone whom I come across. One thing that I never forgot when we were having a conversation with Vector, randomly he mentioned how it's not really about the sprint but the marathon. I found that so deep, and I think it's one of the quotes that I'll be using in most interviews, just like Ndate Tsapotsola once mentioned that anger has no dignity, you know. I always take such gems from, so I think personally that's one
that will
dope
stick
gem
out
that
to you.
Vector left with me.
What about that stuck with you so much?
Coming from such a young guy, and you don't expect such wisdom from such a young guy, and the longevity, the way he had a long-term plan. Like, no, let's not be fizzled about the sprints and, you know, instant gratification. It's really more about the marathon than the sprint. So I think that's why it sticks with me so much.
Thank you so much. I mean, I could speak to you all day. I mean, we've had the honor and privilege of having him in studio. Now we've had you also in studio. Thank you so much for being here, sharing your time with us. Man. And as we remember his life, I hope that people just celebrate his life and smile through all the music that he's left us with.
Definitely. Ke a tswang ho Ntate Modimo le lapa la ha Moledi, re kopa le tshidisehe, re kopa le tshidisehe rena le lona.
All right, our producer Selepa Maifadi joined some sunset-loving creators earlier this month and asked about their personal golden moments. Let's take a look.
Olympics, we're almost there. South Africa is participating, a big global moment. How do you feel about this upcoming Olympics?
I'm really excited, and not to brag, but you know, being a record holder now, it'll be nice to share some tips with the Olympians on how to break records. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. Wow,
okay, then I guess that segues perfectly well into the golden moments that we're speaking about. What's that golden moment for you? What's this thing that you're talking about?
Oh, breaking the world record. Also, I now hold the record for the highest altitude swim in the world at 6,400 meters. Yeah, so that was a life-changing, a conquering moment.
When I used to be a kid, like, I never got it. I didn't understand why people would love to watch sports like that. And one year I started watching the Olympics and I saw that there's so many different things. Wow. So I'm quite excited. I'm actually excited to watch, weirdly, the women's wrestling. I know this sounds weird, but and there's some South Africans there that I want to support, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
I think it's awesome. I wish I could go to Paris.
Yay! I mean,
go to Paris.
can we all go to Paris?
Yes, please, please.
We're going to Paris, you know? So I think my takeaway from it is that visiting Paris, number one, and also being able to see different countries come together for one thing, which is the Olympics. So I feel like it's gonna be something nice to see, and I can't wait for it.
Are you going to Paris?
I hope, crossing fingers.
Well, you should have your visa done by now if you're going.
It's done. It's done.
As a sportsman myself, I really look forward to it. And golf has just been introduced into the Olympics, which is amazing. So very excited to see that. Also love all the tiny sports like the table tennises and all that kind of thing. So very excited for the Olympics. Yeah.
I'm very excited. I think it's definitely something I look forward to every 4 years. And yeah, I think it's going to just be amazing to see the best in the world doing what they do.
What particular sport are you into when you're looking at Olympics? What catches your eyes?
Well, as a surfer, I don't know if you're aware of this, this is the second time surfing's at the Olympics, and the first time it was amazing, but I think, you know, they can only get better from there, so I'm really excited to see that. There's skating involved this year, which is kind of something you don't see every day.
And breaking?
And breaking as well. Yeah, so that's, I would say, probably the surfing is get me most and.
Break this down for us. What did you actually do, and what went into you getting all that stamina and endurance to survive that kind of thing?
So what we actually did is we hiked for 15 days so that we could get to the pool. So the pool is at 6,400 meters. So we hiked to that point, then had to swim in it for 3 minutes to break the world record, and then hike down for 5 days.
Wow.
So having to go through 15 days of non-stop motion, no option to stop, your body's saying stop, but you're like, yo, there's a goal. We were trying to break a record, just kept us going. And yeah.
We're celebrating golden moments, and what does that look like for you in your life, in your career, and everything that you do? What's that pinnacle that you like, you know what, this is a golden moment for me?
I would say a golden moment is a moment of peace, uniqueness, and it looks like the sky is painted, you know, God's painting. I love it. So I think the golden moments are just unique, and it shows us that we have something to appreciate. I think people don't appreciate the sunsets enough, you know?
I think the golden moment for me is probably the day that I resigned from my corporate job. Wow. I think that's probably my biggest golden moment, where we kind of decided that it's time to go completely on our own and become full-time content creators. I think that's probably my golden moment in my life so far.
As a full-time creator, I'm really glad that I can do what I love, do what I'm passionate about for work. So for me, that's a golden moment. So photography, videography, DJing, pretty much anything creative I love doing. So the fact that I can earn a living off of this is like my golden moments.
I mean, to me, my golden moment was when I moved to Cape Town and I started my whole life in Cape Town. Now I'm famous in Cape Town.
Wow.
Golden moment. Yeah, but it's exploring. I mean, me and my twin were able to go to Cape Town, and with us arriving there, not knowing anyone, and being able to build up a community, you know, that's big for us. So I guess that would be the definition of our golden moment, making our mark in a city that we didn't even know. Yeah.
What is that perfect sunset moment for you? How do you experience that?
Perfect sunset moment is a beautiful sunset. Obviously, you need a beautiful sunset. The beautiful, this first step, orange going into pink, very crucial. Second step, you got to have a beverage in hand, extremely important. And third step, have someone that you love next to you.
Hey, but Trendy, you had the combos.
I think for me, it's just those couple minutes a day where you slow down, kind of the stresses of life fade away, and you just get to be in the moment with the people that you love, whether it's in a beautiful place or just with all your friends. I think that to me is what it's about, where I really feel like, you know, this is where I belong.
I'll take you up to the mountain. We chilling there, Lion's Head, you know. We're just waiting for the sun to bless us, that golden moment, you know. Nice thing about that is that you hike, and when you get tired, when you get on top, you get to reward yourself. So that's how we celebrate our sunset moment in Cape Town. Work hard and play even harder.
Wow. Trendy. That sounds like something we want to do. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
You're feeling so proud from celebrating the life of Malome Vector with, Bokang Obbs that was in studio with us, to seeing our fellow Africans raising our flag high. And on that beautiful note, we're taking a quick break, and when we return, we have so much in store for you, like an explosive performance by rapper and songwriter Maglera, right here on the Trendz live stage. Oscar Suta.
When the night returns just like a friend, when the evening comes to set me free, when the quiet hours that wait beyond the day make peaceful sounds in me, took a drag from my last cigarette, took a drink from a glass of old wine, closed my eyes and I could make it real and feel it one more time. Can you hear it, babe? Can you hear it, babe? Another time, from another place. Do you remember it, babe? And the radio played.
And that is just a little taste of what you can be expecting at the Neil Diamond Show that's coming to Monte Casino in Johannesburg very soon. And a little bit later on, we'll be speaking to Ariel, our dancer, as well as his colleague Koketo. So you just stick around just for that. London, real name Thomas Gumede, has always had an unrelenting desire for dance. He knew deep in his heart that he was called to dance as a form of expression to help release all that life had thrown at him. His love for dance gave birth to Soweto's finest, with Tom London dubbing that moment as one that saved his life. Today, Soweto's finest has a dance studio in Newtown, Johannesburg, where they cook up some of the hottest dance challenges South Africa has to offer. Producer Noni Kumalo took to the studios to learn them Cuckoo Challenge alongside the creator of the tune, K-Mat DJ. Asambin.
There is a proudly South African sound that's taking over the world. And what sound is that, you may ask? Well, it's obviously Amapiano. With dance challenges also taking over social media, Trendz Live had to be there for the action. So today, we're out in Newtown to learn the Cuckoo Challenge, as well as really find out how dance has taken over Amapiano. Come with me.
We caught up with founder of Soweto's finest and legendary choreographer in South Africa, after Somizi Mhlongo, of course, and asked him why he chose to venture into dance challenges.
The thing is, once you are a choreographer, right, actually the crazy thing is that before even there was TikTok, we were already on the challenges, meaning it wasn't even called dance challenges. We would call it amachoras, because that's the core of the song. So that's where you teach artists, whoever you are performing with, or dancers, to kind of find unity in whatever they're doing on stage. So that's when it started. You know what I mean? When TikTok came along, I remember Tigoloshi was the first piano song that actually went viral through a challenge. You know what I mean? So basically, the social media platform, which is TikTok, just empowered what we do and took it to another level. So it's coincidence, you know, things come together. The more you do it, the more you find equipment to better what you are doing. So basically that's it.
And why do you prefer dance as opposed to normal gym?
Well, I mean, I think it's very, very important to keep fit through dancing. Also because a lot of people avoid going to the gym because they kind of feel like running on a treadmill is a bit monotonous. So I just decided that, you know what, why not keep fit while dancing and having fun. I mean, South Africa is a dancing country, so it only makes sense to kind of, combine the two. Dance, music, and fitness can never go wrong.
Let me tell you this, right? Labantaba Chimai, they also sweat, and we also sweat. So what's the difference from that? Danko.
Okay, that's the punchline. It is what it is. So I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I know you guys work with a lot of artists. You've choreographed quite a number of music videos, quite a number of dance challenges as well. But the question I'm asking you now is, what is your favorite dance challenge without looking at the person behind us?
I'm Cook, obviously, by K-Mat.
My favorite dance challenge at the moment, you guys should check out Where Mazi by Soweto's Finest. I mean, why not?
My favorite dance challenge, probably the one by Kampela.
Okay, I'm also going to step away so that you do something. Are you ready? Let's go.
That challenge.
Yes. Without music.
My favorite one, there's this sound on TikTok. Ati zakaga, zakaga. Oh wow. Azor. Angor.
So what is it called?
I don't know what it's called, but there's a sound that goes cheers on it. That's the challenge.
Okay, Rita, thank you. Have a lovely day.
Speaking of dance, let's find out how the sensational K-Mat DJ came up with the Cuckoo Challenge.
I won't lie. So the song, when we were in studio for a long time before we got the song. So when the song came out, I was like, no, when we got the song and we're eventually happy with it, we're like, okay, let's rather make it a TikTok song. Because I do not have TikTok music and I wasn't making TikTok music. So it was like, okay, what we rather need to do is find someone to come up with a challenge for us. And that's when Hope came through. I actually called her, I'm like, my girl, I need a challenge for this song. I don't know how to dance. I don't know these TikTok moves, so how can we do this? And she came through and started the challenge for me, and Soweto's Finest also came through and pushed it for me. So it's actually been an amazing journey.
I mean, you've traveled the world in such a short space as well. Like, where has the Cuckoo Challenge taken you? Like, where have you been?
Yo, Noni. I can't even count. But like the biggest achievement so far was MKK playing in Portugal. So it has taken me there. It has put me in spaces that I never thought I'd be, playing for thousands and thousands of people. So Cuckoo we've been everywhere. I mean, now I just need to go to China and USA, then I'm done, and I'm good. Then I'm good.
Look, as they say, the world is your oyster. Everything is just on a silver platter. But, I mean, you've also been nominated for a Basotho in Music Award for DJ of the Year. Yeah. How are we feeling about that, K-Mat?
I'm actually quite nervous, I don't know. I'm very nervous, but I mean, whether you take it home or not, the nomination is actually quite a big deal. To be seen as one of the best DJs in this year, is it this year, 2024? It's quite crazy and very, very profound. Like, I won't lie, I was like, oh my God, that's me. That is big news. So it shows the growth, it shows that we've been working hard and doing the right thing. And honestly, it shows that we connect with the right people as well.
Are you ready for the Cuckoo Challenge?
I'm ready.
A thrilling dance session we had, and it's a wrap.
You saw Ariel earlier mesmerizing us with his ballet dance moves. Well, does the name Neil Leslie Diamond ring a bell? If not, he's a phenomenal American singer-songwriter, popularly known for being one of the world's best-selling artists of all time. Now, Mzansi Ballet, the nation's ballet, has embarked on a state journey through the singer's timeless hits. The cast is currently in rehearsal for the Neil Diamond Show, happening soon at Monte Casino, north of Johannesburg. In studio with me, we are joined by Mzansi Ballet's General Manager, Keketso Chili, and professional dancer, Ariel Mehika. Welcome to the show, gents.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. I mean, absolutely stunning performance that earlier on in the show. Thank you so much for that. But Keketso, I'm going to get straight into you and ask you this question. Neil Diamond, why did you guys decide to name a ballet production after such a phenomenal artist?
So Mzansi Ballet has always done these kind of productions where we've done the ABBA show, where we feature the music from ABBA, and we've also done the Queen show, where we featured music obviously from Queen, and what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. I don't know why. But we always target like popular artists that people can relate to, because we know that music is such a beautiful art form, and people just by hearing a particular song that reminds them of some particular time in their lives or whatever, they can just relate to it, and they want to come to a show like ours. And what we do is just translate the music into performance in terms of movement, and because we are ballet dancers, we translate it into a non-physical, a non-verbal movement form.
An experience with the music and the dance moves.
And it's such an easy sell. We don't need to, do a lot in terms of our marketing, because when you just say Neil Diamond,
everyone's like, yes,
I'm
we
there.
want to watch this show.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And that is why we chose him, yes.
No, that makes sense. So, hey, would say your name wrong. Now, Ariel, you are a Cuban dancer, and apparently this is your first time in South Africa. Yes. Tell me, how's it been working with the SA ballet dancers for you?
It's been amazing. I feel great working with those guys. They are amazing co-workers. Yeah, this is my first time in South Africa. I'm very excited, and I'm very excited to perform this beautiful piece of Angela. So she's an amazing choreographer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
That's very, very exciting. I mean, we spoke about the fact that you chose Neil Diamond for a reason, and how, he's relatable to a lot of people. But how do his melodies actually perfectly weave in themselves into these actual dance moves?
When people who are artists create an art piece, right, they delve into their deepest parts of their own lives, their own experiences. So even with Neil Diamond, his writers, his composers, his writers, his everybody, they all go into their personal lives. And what we have now done is taken their own experiences, and whatever even the lyrics say, if let's say it's a song that talks about a love that was broken up and whatever, then we translate that into movement, because it's a story that they actually lived, that they experienced. So it is literally like us taking an album of his and just going, okay, this song is a popular song, we like this song, let us now translate it onto movement, onto a stage, because everybody can just literally, by listening to the lyrics or just the melodies, and like you said, they literally just, it tells you what to do. And for us as dancers / choreographers, it tells us what to do. We move accordingly to the music. The music guides us.
Magic to life.
The music guides us, and we then bring it to life. And that's exactly what we are trying to achieve with this, like with our other shows from Mzansi Ballet, because it really is. The essence of it all is the fact that the music itself is so beautiful, it's so relatable, and people love it so much. We don't really have to do that much more than say, listen to it, but
and
also
relax and
watch
enjoy
it.
and just watch the show.
Watch it. Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Ariel, tell me, what are the songs that you can say that are actually part of the show that other people at home actually know and can sing along while they're watching you dance?
I think it will be all of them, but for me, there is one very special, is Sweet Caroline.
Okay, why?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
But I think that the people who love Neil Diamond, they're gonna really enjoy the show, and they're gonna really enjoy all these songs.
All right. Oh, no, I love that. Okay, so we need to understand, where can we actually get more details about the show? When is it showing? Where is it showing? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Alrighty, so we are showing at the Peter Turing Theatre at Monte Cassino, which is the smaller theatre at Monte Cassino. And our tickets are available on web tickets. So if you just search for Neil Diamond, also on our website, which is mzansiballet.com, you can find all of the details there. And like I said, on web tickets, every single detail that you will need is there.
Yes. So when you move from Johannesburg, are you guys planning to go outside of Gauteng?
You know us, we are the nation's ballet. We are the nation's ballet. So we are going to go to Cape Town at the Theatre on the Bay, which is also a Peter Turing Theatre. And that's going to happen in September. But we're going to be starting now soon, and we're planning to take it all over the country, because also we've got a very new friend, the new minister of Arts and Culture, Mr. Gayton McKenzie, is a new ballet favorite.
Okay.
He literally chose to come to the ballet as versus to go to the rugby.
We love Gayton for that.
Exactly.
I mean.
And he's now like, he's our friend now, you know, like we're on first name basis. So I'm like, hey, Bra Gayton. Come through. And he does. He love that. He watched Ariel performing like literally last weekend.
That is amazing.
So
man.
He's really in support of the art form because he said himself, he says he does not know a lot about the arts and culture in terms of versus sport. So he wants to delve into learn more.
And I feel like we could speak the whole day learning more from you, Keke. Thank you so much to you as well, Ariel, for joining us in studio. Please, can we all go out and go watch this amazing show? Because you know what? It sounds like it's going to be an unforgettable fusion of music and dance. Thank you both again for joining us. We're going to be taking a quick little ad break. And when we come back, the show continues. And you better go watch The Neil Diamond Show. And just like that, we are back. Now, bringing you entertainment and lifestyle news weekly may seem very glamorous on TV, but the work that takes place behind the scenes back at the ranch is definitely a labor of love, with long hours and hard work to make sure we give you nothing but the best. So once in a while, we take time off to unwind, you know, and have a little bit of fun. But of course, the cameras are always on because the show must go on. Here is what went down a few days ago when the Trendz Live team went away to Hunter's Rest in Rustenburg for a team building exercise. Nehuli Munati. Today I am in Rustenburg to do a bit of this and that. And of course, I wanted a bit of zang, so I invited the team. They always bring on the drama, darling. So come with us for a beautiful sunny day in the middle of winter in Rustenburg.
Thank you. Today's mission was to divide and conquer. So much to do here, and we wanted to do it all. Now, while others were still pondering on what to start with, myself, Kat, and Fifi took on a friendly game of pat-pat.
We've tried to develop the premises in a sense that we can incorporate more activities, especially for families. We do have family-friendly activities. Some of them you do require a certain age, specifically the quad bikes. And the resort in general is family-friendly. We've got different size putters as well that the kids can use, ranging from small to big. So the entire family can come and play a bit of putt-putt if they want to.
Not one. Pow.
Good thing I told you to do that hole. We basically focus on all the on-site activities at Hunter's Rest. We have a Mashi golf course here, a par 3 golf course, the driving range, laser tag, archery, laser clay pigeon shooting, quad biking, air rifle shooting, archery, and a few various activities as well as knife throwing and axe throwing.
The competitive spirit was on 100, so I called in the big guns. See what I did there? There's no better action-packed activity than ladies with guns in the wild shooting away. The idea was to aim at your target and open fire, but we spent time running away from one another. And in the end, the bullets were finished. How, ladies? You guys did so well. I'm going to start right here with the fierce and awesome. Okay, let's start with the Nonza.
Yes.
How do you feel about this? I mean, this that we just did.
This was so much fun because I don't like pain on my body, so doing this was such a great alternative. But I must say I was the first one to die, but I did it for my team because we won eventually. So yeah.
Who shot you?
All of them. All these girlies.
I showed her flames. I was always out there looking out for her. I think for me, I was channeling Nikki from VIP, Valerie Ann's Protection. And I was like, let me be a baddie about this, you know? So yeah, very good exercise, outdoors. Something that I've never done before. You know, when you do an activity like this, it's usually like indoors, in like a dark room or something. But like just being in nature, it's just getting us nice and connected. So yeah, enjoying it a lot.
I absolutely enjoyed it. This is a great way to distress. If you've got anger and rage issues, this is the place to come.
I've got something to discuss with Fifi. Fifi and I were a team when we started this. Like together we went hiding. Together we agreed that we are not gonna shoot each other. Why did you shoot me in the end, Fifi?
Puleng, why did you stay behind? We go in together.
I said to you, Fifi, we're gonna wait. Waiting is gonna be our special thing. Like we are the ones that wait until everyone else is dead. Wow. Then at the end, you saved the last bullet for me.
I suppose I was trigger happy. I really just wanted to get in there. And Puleng, you were slowing me down, girl. I had to let you go.
Puleng, I did not shoot you, not once. I didn't shoot you. I didn't shoot you.
I caught Didi trying. Okay, let me play this footage of Didi coming to shoot me, guys. Check it out. Okay. Yeah.
While the ladies sweated it out in the sun, guess what our male presenter was up to? Need I say more? I guess he was getting pampered on behalf of the team. Oh me, I should have known.
Oh man, we should have known that Mle was going to go get himself some TLC, but honestly, a good time was had. But man, so little time and still so much more that we have to share with you on tonight's show. So do the right thing and keep interacting with us at Trendz on SABC on X. For now though, we're taking another break and ons sal nou terug wees.
I write these memoirs for my soul. I write these memoirs for my woes. I fight my demons and my foes. That's why my eyes impure from blood and gold. Young from the block, came up in the projects with my scammers and some robbers. Can't forget my vatos, the bodega was the casa. Trigger hit the city like a pasa. Slum dogs from Azania, yelling out Viva la Raza. Smoking younger pack, ya raza. Young moolie with mulattoes. Just a mover from the sewers, I maneuvered with the ghouls and the goblins. We just wanna eat the lobster, fettuccine with the pasta. Young dope boy dreamt of being a Guido, now he moving like a mobster. This is Basquiat, Picasso, this is Phantom of the Opera. Conversations with the paupers became compositions, I need me an Oscar. In the ghetto, I'm a savior, I'm walking on water and spitting the gospel. In the ghetto, ducking Judas and the devil, that's why I speak like a prophet. I write these memoirs for my soul. I write these memoirs for my woes. I fight my demons and my foes. That's why my eyes impure from blood and gold.
Oh man, La Bona Gore Ake Blasha like nobody's business. This man needs no introduction because his lyrical delivery is just unmatched. His recent collaboration with K.O. on their hit song Let Me Cook has got everyone not only dancing, but they're reciting his verse on social media. He is award-winning, he is stylish. Good boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching Trendz live right now, Maglera is in the building. Welcome to the show. Oh, you could only
Doing okay.
Hi, Kisha. My mother's watching. We're so excited to have you on the show. As Mushimanoko Northwest, you have to tell me, like, how has your origins and where you grew up, the people around you, actually influenced the music that you make?
I come from a very humble family. Police officers, army officers. My parents were teachers.
Oh, wow.
My mother taught at the mine. My father taught in the township. So most of my music is about the stuff I see in the hood.
Yeah.
And it has accents of all of that. Like the discipline is from my uncles because one was a soldier, the other one was a police officer.
Jeez.
The intellect is from my parents because they made me read a lot, like a lot. I read like Shakespeare, Bessie Head, Chinua Achebe, and not like the one everyone knows. What's that Chinua Achebe book everyone knows?
Hey,
I read Man
the
of the
point is,
People.
what you've had is basically influencing what you're doing right now. But did your family ever get like, continue all the teachings, what you say to music?
Yeah, I had to fight for it, but at the same time, I think like we don't owe black parents that thing of like them believing in it, especially because like we need safety, you know? Black people are 30 years old in terms of freedom, so yeah, I had to fight for it.
And you're fighting and doing such an amazing job. I mean, I think about when you dropped your EP back in 2015 and here we are in 2024. When you look through your journey, like,
definitely.
Yeah, you could see it. You were just like, What was it that made you believe that in yourself, that that's where I'm actually going to go?
I've been rapping since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old now. That's 20 years, so it's like I've perfected this thing.
You perfected this thing. I mean, outside of the actual music that you make, you and fashion, the same WhatsApp group, I even feel like I'm underdressed today. Tell us a little bit more what actually influences your style.
It's like family. Like today, I'm just like my uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncles Banapara Butleva. But also like I'm Soweto and I'm Xhosa. And like, you know, being dapper is like a big part of like coming of age. So I always like just take that energy with me when I perform.
No, I see. I mean, we were speaking earlier on about the track that you did, Lekeo, Let Me Cook. I mean, we actually had him in studio also a few weeks ago. Everybody is going crazy over your verse. What do you think it is about you that like will get you trending and people want to know exactly what Maglera is saying in a track?
I'm just the coolest guy in the hood right now.
I mean, that's very, very true. We'll definitely give that to you. But outside of, you know, the collaborations you've done with him, you've got your own new music that's out as well. Tell us a little bit more about that, you know, upcoming projects, people you're going to be working with, you know, let the people at home know.
And I've got some artists we're about to bring out. Leah Butler, one of my artists from Durban, and Wonder Season, one of my artists from Botswana.
Oh, wow. Yo, we were not busy, but all right. I mean, you did a beautiful collaboration recently. I'm not going to name the brand, but they're an iconic brand in South Africa. How do you decide who you're going to work with when it comes to brand alignment and collaboration?
What was the collaboration? Was it? I think I just think about like me when I was a kid, like what would I want to see on TV, you know? And when I say I'm the coolest guy in the hood, I'm microsizing it, but like I know how to capture black culture because that is the basis of my art, you know? That one was just like, the team was like, yo, these guys want to work, would you like to? And I was like, yeah, amazing.
But as we just wrap things up, I mean, you spoke about the fact that you've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
What do you hope the next 20 years for Maglera looks like? What do you hope your impact is that, you know, people can look back on when they think about you one day?
I think if I pass away today and I go to the ancestral realm where black people believe we go, I just want to look and say, oh, I did something for black people. You know, there's no plan to it as long as it's beneficial to black people. This country is as old as me with freedom. It's 30 years old, you know, so we have so much to do. Maybe I might be the minister of something. I don't know, you know. I think I speak for black people a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and I think part of the reason why I was also just asking you about like what you hope your legacy is going to be. I mean, we just, you know, heard unfortunately about the passing of Malome Vector, who was also in studio with us. I mean, when you think about artists like that, like, and them losing their lives, being so young still in the music industry, like, how does that make you feel and impact you as an artist?
I think if you left a legacy, it's a life well lived.
It's a life well lived. I love that. Yeah, but as long as you get something behind that people can remember you by.
You'll come haunt us here feeling like, I'm not done, you know?
So you're wrapping the show up with us right now, Kapina. Can you tell us a little bit more about the song that you're going to be performing to close out the show?
So Makazana is a song about the township. And Makazana is the nickname of Kasi.
Hey, okay.
Interesting fact for anyone who doesn't know, the word Kasi comes from the word Lokasi. which is what Afrikaners or the old government used to call townships, because it was a military term for the location where we find the people of color. So I always talk about how we are in the township, but it's not ours. You know, we didn't design the township. We were taken from our ancestral homes. And I made this song to say to the black kid, this is what we go through, these are the things we see, but we make it beautiful. And I say, time flies outside Hlokomele, Tlachaya. I spent my life in this township, but I don't want to die, Momakazana. And the concept says we don't have to die in the township. The world is ours.
The world is definitely
not just
ours.
the township.
Oh man, Maglera, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being in studio with us.
Thank you for having
and that
me.
is how we wrap things up. Trendz Live family, you know that I love doing this with you every single Friday. And guess what? We do it again next week, Friday, between 8 and 9 p.m. right here on SABC News Channel 404. The name's Candy, he's Maglera, and he's playing us out. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now tuned into the Township.
We're not ready yet, Zach.
I am your host with the most, Maglera Doe Boy. Kyora Butilela, Stupusa Chesa Magunyacha Dijaria Ubula. Yeah. Ahetu Malum, how you doing, Fandafa? Moma Kazana, landed in Dariana, where they live for Monate, but they die for Lausanne. Praise to God for the girls live a fama. Landed in Alex, I'm with Marcus and Chop, Sidinyama in Top, Yeru Ratwan, Daddy Sutu and Zulu, Mama Kosa and Twana. I was born near the farm, Kihote Outfit Kwakwa, Murukanana, where I saw the robbers, Pavadili Povan, City Copan, Tennessee for my problems, Hennessy with some robbers. Hold me a shine when other hold me a prophet. Made in his image, does that mean I am God? Made in his image, so does that mean I embody him? Came from the dirt, but I know I'm a diamond. Reja cheesy kankan, Dina lady a line. Time flies outside, so call me. It like time, I spend my life in this township, but I don't want to die. Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Foma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Foma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Foma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Moma Kazana, Ahetu Melana, Ahetu Melana, Ahetu Melana. How you doing, Fandafa? Boys in the hood, but dope boys still alive. R.I.P. Ricky, he should have done when they shot him. R.I.P. Ricky, can't believe it, Mikado. Homie a crook, other cousin a cop, but he came up on the block.